Hey everybody, welcome back to the Suikoden 4 walkthrough. We're just picking it up here in the port of Razro. Trying to think of what we did in the last one. Last video was pretty long, if I remember right. And alright, so it looks like I'm gonna rest, and I think you end up in the hero's room. Trying to think little things to mention here. Like I actually ended up not really, I guess, going with the characters that I wanted to necessarily right at the beginning, just because I kind of messed up, and I'll try to point that out so that you don't, I guess, make the same mistake I did. You'll have to at a certain point here, and it's really soon, you'll have to pick the characters that are gonna be, with you for a good majority of the game. You may as well just say the whole game. You do eventually get the other two, but not until much later. So I guess if you've got a couple of people, or two of these four, right here, if there's two of them that are your favorite, like you like their sprites or whatever, then just know that you'll be picking them. So all right, so the idea here, the object is to we're gonna do some training in the hall, but I jumped the gun a little bit, and you have to meet up with Snow here at the entrance of this area before you actually can begin training. So just come outside,
good morning.
Get Snow to join you, and then we'll be ready to go.
Tal and the others said they were going to head over to the training hall. Shall we head over there too?
Alright, so the others are going to the training hall, obviously, like we just said. So one of the things I just want to talk about a little bit, the combat system in this one is, it's fairly similar to the other Suikoden games, and I did speak on a couple of the topics earlier, or in the other video, was that they kept some of the good stuff and got rid of some of the bad. So I guess all in all, I actually enjoy this game. I kind of feel like with the Suikoden series, they gradually got a little bit better. Maybe not necessarily in the storyline department, although I don't know. I think I was pretty happy with the storyline. And some obviously people not everybody's gonna agree, but all right, let's see if I got this all right. In one of the things, I didn't notice much of a difference in the formation, the actual battle formation, as far as like who gets attacked more or less. My understanding was, I thought that the first character as well as the fourth, you'll notice there the hero and Snow are actually out in front of the other two, but I don't know if that really translated to to anything. I didn't know that's like, say the characters on the outside get attacked more or less. I didn't really notice, and that information might be out there somewhere, but so there, if you saw, the friendship attack actually leveled up, and anyone or any characters that have a combined attack like that, the combined attacks will gain levels, and I forget which tiers it was like. If you, and I don't even know that you have to use them, so it's not like use it 10 times in battle. I think it's just those characters have to be in battle and finish. I'm guessing they have to finish alive, but yeah, and that's another detail that I'm not 100% sure on. But as long as you take the characters into battle, they should those attacks should level up. And here the two newbies just got attacked and taken into critical status in one hit, which is kind of funny. Yeah, they almost died right away. So I believe this is where I messed up. And we'll have to... Okay, so you think you'll be able to say, or you think, yep, and then you say, I accidentally, yeah, right there, I accidentally hit I've decided. And that's the point of no return, right there, that choice. That was what determined my characters for the rest of the game. Almost the rest of the game. I'd say a good at least 75% of the game. So now I have Tal and Kenneth, which worked out just fine. It wasn't like I made some huge mistake and, you know, there was the game was over. I mean, obviously I did okay. But I think initially I wanted to take Paula and Jewel with. But and I think the reason being was because I actually had picked Tal and Kenneth on one of my previous playthroughs, and I wanted to see, because there'll be obviously a difference of dialogue with the other two in tow. So, you know, again, right back there during the training session, that is where you decide who you're going to be taking with you. So, can't remember exactly where I needed to go next, so I think I did a little wandering around. Maybe rested up. That was probably a good idea, because I think, like I said, those two ended up in critical status from that last fight. One other thing, back in the training area, I believe you can keep training and just you know, if you want to level, I guess you could do it there. I didn't really feel like it was worth it to level there. I don't believe those enemies, or the, well, no, I shouldn't say enemies, but the, I don't believe those characters can drop anything. So that's why I was kind of like, why bother, you know? So. Alright, yeah, I think I did head in here into the town to maybe, I would sure hope I went to a shop. Yep, here we go. Into the armor shop. Reason being was, you know, I wanted to see if we could get any, and I always check the bargain items. Look at that iron helm, that's awesome. So, gosh, I hope I bought that. I don't know, maybe I didn't. Yeah, I mean, that's really good for the beginning of the game. It's a really decent defense boost, I believe. So the other item I believe you could buy here would be the bandanas. But alright, yeah, it looks like I've got gloves equipped on the main character. The stomach band can only be equipped by Tal, so there's no reason to buy, you know, any more of those. Yeah, and then the bandana only gives you 1 defense, so there's no reason to buy, you know, 4, because I did buy that iron helmet. In the bargain items, there's good, I shouldn't say that. There are lists out there that'll tell you what bargain items come from where. Gosh, now I shouldn't maybe even comment on it because I don't know for sure, but I'm not sure that there's really anything good right here in this first town as far as bargain items, or anything maybe I should say that's worth using. I don't know, I guess I'll just call it a little trick. What you can do is actually save your game and then go inside the shops and then click the bargain item to bring up the bargain item menu. And if there isn't a bargain item in there that you want, or if there's one specifically that you're looking for, you know, you can bring up that menu, and if it's not there, you can just reset your game. And when you reset your game and come back, there's a chance that there will, you know, that new bargain items will be in that list. And you can keep doing that until you get what you want. Now, once we'll just say for argument's sake that you do go in there, you get something that you like, you buy it. there's actually a certain amount of time that has to pass before the shop will restock its bargain items. So you can't go, like, we'll just say, if a perfect example would be, like right there where we bought the iron helmet, and then you go, so say we were to go outside and save, and then reset the game, and then check that shop again, that won't have reset. That's, like I said, a certain amount of time, and I don't remember exactly how much time that is. I believe it's got something to do with actually the amount of random encounters that you get into. So you know, if you're trying to find something else, you know, in there after you've purchased one, you know, you'll have to get into a certain amount of battles. And again, I don't know what that is anymore. I probably knew at one time, but I haven't played this for now at least 6 months or so. So I do not have that information anymore, unfortunately. There is a lot of information out there though. So like if you've somehow stumbled upon this video, there's a good chance that you are capable enough in the ways of the internet to find said information. That same trick can actually be used in a couple of different spots as well. The trade posts in the game come to mind. So yeah, just I guess something to know, and it's actually quite useful. I use that trick quite a bit in the game. There are some other uses for that same trick. One being stat items. If you come across stat items, which unfortunately are very rare in this game and very difficult to come by, you just have to know that all of the stat items in this game actually give you a random amount of stats. I believe it's anywhere from 1 to 3. So like we'll just say, you know, you find yourself an item that gives a strength bonus or an agility bonus. Well, when you actually go to use that on your character, it will randomly give you 1, 2, or 3 stat points. So if you're looking to get the most out of your stat items, you save before you use it, and then you use it on the character. And you know, actually, what you need to do is check your stats before you use the item, and then you know, if you absolutely need to get that 3 points out of it, you know, then check after you've used the item. If you get the 3 points, then you save. If you only get 1 or 2, you can reset the game, load it back up again, and try to get that third, you know, stat point. So, you know, it can be quite tedious. I will fully admit to that, but it is going to be the best. I should say that is the way to go about it, I guess. Now here we can decide one of, I believe it's two different. Let's see, defeat wild sea creatures 3 times or deliver a document to Middleport. I always end up doing both, so I guess, you know, decide whatever you want to do. But anyways, that is going to bring this video to a close. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. But I hope you join me for more videos. All right, thanks for watching.